Larian just released the Community Update 25th along with a patch 5 with a lot of big changes. And now let's see what they present in this patch. And first, they highlighted a new playable epilogue as the final chapter of your journey. And this new playable chapter takes place 6 months after the event of Baldur's Gate 3's story and accessible to all players by loading the game prior to the final fight. And you experience new cinematic that reflects the arc of your story, reunite with your companions to reminisce and trade tales, read letters sent by old friends, etc. Alongside the new epilogue, we also have 2 new game modes, the Honor mode and Custom mode. Basically, the Honor mode ups the intensity of the Tactician mode, and not only makes the game more difficult in and out of combat, they also introduce a new legendary action system to a lot of the bosses. And the golden D20 dice comes as the reward of beating the Honor mode, which seems quite a challenge for a lot of people. If we look at the Honor mode details, we'll have stronger bosses, stricter rules, and single save file. If your entire party is defeated in combat, your Honor mode just ends. You'll be able to continue your adventure in Custom mode should you desire, but finishing it will not count as finishing the Honor mode. If you beat a game in this mode, you'll be rewarded with a golden D20 dice. And the Custom mode allows you to custom a lot of the options, including enemy aggression, character power, enemy loadouts, additional combat mechanics. You can adjust all of these options separately. And proficiency bonus, enemy critical hits, of course. If you don't like it, you can turn it off, but I'll just leave it on. No death saving throws. A lot of options. If you play the Celeste Crown of the Magister, you find these options pretty familiar. Camp supply costs, short rest, full heal, trader price, multi-classing, and a lot of other things. All really cool stuff. For other changes, of course, we've got improvements on performance, especially in Act 3, added dynamic resolution for PS5, and the game is now available in Korean. And most importantly, while at camp, you can now access and manage the inventory of companions who aren't in your active party. Really convenient. This is the feature I was hoping for since Divinity Original Sin 2. You don't have to recruit and dismiss your companions constantly. And now Oran's outfit drops as loot and is wearable by anyone. And other highlights including Shadowheart will always be the owner of the artifact during the tutorial if she's a follower. Being half illicit will now also visually affect your eyes. Basic action variants that share a hotkey by default will now gain a hotkey according to a certain prior order. Fixable where party members will sometimes not change back into the armor set they were displaying before entering the camp. You can now talk to more about her contract with Raphael in a guild hall. Improve the physics of characters and walls to prevent NPCs being able to shoot through ceilings inside houses. And there's a big change for the Tavern Brawler feat. Wild shapes that do not have weapons will now benefit from the Tavern Brawler feats. And let's focus on the combat and balance. Fix the combat AI sometimes not checking if it can use items. Fix the hacks sometimes skipping turns. Attacks against a paralyzed or unconscious target no longer automatically hits, but any hits do land deal critical damage. Flash to Stone is now considered a harmful spell. Fix the slow condition, applying a -2 penalty to all saving throws instead of just dexterity. Battle Master maneuvers now correctly add your proficiency bonus to the DC. Now Primal Stampede needs to pass a saving throw to knock enemies prone. Casting blade barriers while under the effect of Sanctuary will cause Sanctuary to end. And there's also a ton of changes, which is impossible to go over all of them. With this patch, actually, I've got some idea for a few new builds, which I'll be working on in the coming weeks. I'm glad they keep making patches like this to improve our gaming experience. I'll link the patch in the description so you can check it out for yourself. And if you want to see more BG3 content, consider subscribing to this channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.